I have a question. If my brother died for some years ago and he have a cancer, and I wonder how should I thinking if I get the message that I have some illness, I will not live long time. How should I thinking to get a good life the last 1, 2, 3 years?
Make yourself happy by doing charity work, helping other people, whatever you can. Give things away that you don't need, and do some meditation. Okay?
Okay.
All right. That's all you need to do.
It sounds easy, but I think it
I know it takes a little while to learn how to meditate.
Yeah.
But once you know how, then you can always be happy when you meditate.
Okay. ขอบคุณครับ
Permission, Ajahn. My son's got a questions regarding to these peta things or ghosts. He is wondering that whether a monk or whether ever during meditation or during practice ever encounter a ghost. And second thing is that is peta can disturb humans if there is no relationship in karma. So he is wondering about this kind of things. Can please, Ajahn?
Well, first of all, there are two types of ghosts. Real one and fake one.
Okay.
Real one is we are all ghosts living with a body right now. When there's no body, we become ghosts.
Yes.
And we go and look for a new body. This is what we call rebirth. And this type of ghost doesn't bother other people.
Yes.
We go look for a new body. And the fake ghost is the one that you create in your mind yourself.
Oh.
When you're alone and you see something moving, you say, oh, here comes the ghost. Or when you hear something that you cannot explain, then you say, oh, it must be a ghost or something. These are fake ghosts. They're not real ghosts. They are just your imagination.
Okay.
So there's no need to fear ghosts. Real ghosts, they don't bother you. It's only the fake ghosts that you should get rid of. When you feel that you are being surrounded by ghosts, the best way is to do chanting or do meditation, reciting Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Then when your mind becomes calm, then all these ghosts will disappear.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Another question is there is a lot of point that doing meditations, a lot of people mentioning about jhana things. Is jhana real? First question. Second question is, if it is real, then how do we practice in order to that way? So
Yes, jhana is real, and it's the result of your concentration, your mental concentration. You have to concentrate on your breath when you meditate. Don't think about other things. Just keep watching your breath, and then eventually it can lead you to jhana.
Is that essential things in order to achieve like the right path, like Buddha enlightenment? It is like, okay, we just focus on these breath things, and then we can slowly, gradually go to the Sotapanna or Nibbana way.
Yes, eventually. But you also have to develop more wisdom. You have to see the Four Noble Truths. You have to see dukkha. You have to see the cause of dukkha. You have to see the cessation of dukkha. And you have to see the path leading to the cessation of dukkha. Once you see the Four Noble Truths, then you can become a Sotapanna, a noble disciple. Right now you don't see it because you're going outside of your mind. You go to see things outside of the mind, when the Four Noble Truths are inside your mind. So you have to bring yourself back inside the mind by meditation, by going into jhana. Once you are in jhana, then you'll see the Four Noble Truths in your mind. Then you can then stop the dukkha created by your cravings, your desires. Okay.
Yes. Huh? My sister has a question that is there any way that we can the fastest way to achieve Sotapanna?
Yes,
In
become
this
a
life.
monk. Become a monk.
How to attain Sotapanna?
Give up your body. You
Sorry?
must not be attached to your body.
Or don't be attached to our body.
Yeah, your body is not you.
Okay.
You are the mind. You are the user of the body. The body is just your servant. You are the master. The mind is the master. But the mind has to give up the body because the body is impermanent. One day it will have to get old, get sick, and die. If you cling to the body, if you don't want it to get old, get sick, or die, you get suffering. If you let go, then you have no suffering. Then you become a Sotapanna. You will not be afraid of death. You will not be afraid of sickness.
Okay.
Then you can become a Sotapanna. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Mission Ajahn. Just now you said that there's a jhana is real. Then what is the characteristic of jhana? For example, like during meditation, how can we know that we are on the track to achieve that?
Okay. Your mind will become peaceful and no thought, no thinking.
Oh.
And you feel like you're in heaven. So you know, when you get to jhana, you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then the other questions is about the meditation of samatha and vipassana things. So in vipassana things, is that also can achieve jhana, or only in samatha that we can achieve jhana?
Usually you need samatha to get to jhana. You need mindfulness, concentration. When you use vipassana, you use thinking. And thinking will not usually stop the mind from thinking. Unless there's a special situation in which you come face to face with death. And you use your vipassana to teach your mind to let go of your attachment to your body. Once you can let go of your attachment, then the mind can enter into jhana. But you have to have the crisis situation facing you to be able to use vipassana to get it into jhana. On normal circumstances like this, you cannot think of death and then tell your mind to let go of your attachment, because there is no crisis.
So what is the 5 circumstances?
This is one of it. Not. I didn't say 5 circumstances. I say you have to have special circumstances.
Oh, special. Okay.
Like, okay, when you've been analyzed with cancer, terminal cancer, and the doctor said there's no more treatment that can be done. Then you feel very suffer. You feel very, very bad. Then you use vipassana to teach your mind to let go of your body, because your body is impermanent. It is subjected to aging, sickness, and death.
Yes.
Once the mind can accept this, then the mind can let go. Once it let go of the body, then it can enter into jhana. Okay, can you do that?
By practice, maybe step by step, I think.
Yeah, better step by step right now.
Yes.
Use bhutto, bhutto, bhutto to get into jhana. Once you have jhana, you have the strength to let go of your attachment.
So like the practice of Bhutto is, for example, like we are inhale, we say Bhut, and then exhale, we say Do, something, or how do we practice Bhutto?
You can use bhutto without the breath, or you can use the breath without the bhutto. Or you can do both together. It's up to you.
Can you explain a bit, like?
Okay, you can just use the word bhutto without watching the breath. Bhutto, 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 bhutto. Or you can use the breath without using bhutto by watching the breath only. Or you can do both. You can watch the breath and say bhutto at the same time. When you breathe in, you say bhut. When you breathe out, you say to. Bhutto, bhutto. There are 3 methods, 3 different ways of doing it.
And it will steadily, gradually, slowly to
Yeah, it will
the
stop
right
your
way.
mind from thinking. See?
Okay.
Once your mind becomes still, then you enter into jhana. Okay.
Thank you อาจารย์
So in Buddhism, they say to let go of sensual pleasures, and when you meditate deeply and get happiness from jhanas, and then he's wondering if after you let go of the jhanas, how can you be happy after that? Is it the peacefulness you get, or what? Is it happier than the jhanas?
Well, the jhanas is temporary. When you come out of jhanas, the happiness that you have slowly disappears, not suddenly. It gradually disappears. So if you want more happiness, you have to go back into jhana. But then there's also the next step in which you can maintain the happiness that you have from jhana to continue on, not disappearing, by trying to get rid of your sensual cravings. When you come out of jhana, you might want to have a cup of coffee. You might want a piece of cake, for instance. You can tell the mind that this is not good for the mind, because it's a temporary happiness. And once you have eaten it, it's gone, and it will cause you to want to have more and more. And when you cannot have it, you can have unhappiness. So you have to use wisdom to teach the mind. When the mind wants to go for sensual pleasure, by telling the mind that the sensual pleasures are temporary, and they can cause you to have sadness when they disappear, when they're not here for you. So when you see that, you can stop your cravings. And when you stop your cravings, then the happiness that you have from the jhana will come back. Without having to go back into jhana, it will come back, because it's been blocked by your sensual craving.
So then, if you are able to use the jhanas to eradicate all of the sensual pleasures, is it the next step? What is the next step?
The next step is to maintain it, to keep it all happy all the time, without having to go into jhana. Like I said, by eliminating all the cravings that arise. Whenever you have cravings, it will cause the mind to ripple, to become unstable, to become agitated. So you have to stop these cravings. Once you could stop the cravings, then the mind return back to normality, to calm and peace and contentment. So you have to use wisdom to teach the mind that everything that the mind crave for, they are cause of suffering. They will not give you permanent happiness. They are temporary happiness that can turn into sadness when you have to lose them.
Another question, please. I read Jack Cornfield's book on, the title is Ecstasy, and then after is The Laundry. And he said that Zen Buddhist masters and lay people who experience like ecstasy from meditation and stuff like that, after that, loads of them go through periods of what he calls laundry. And is that common for Theravadan monks who don't have family like Zen Buddhist masters and lay people as well?
About what?
About that they go through a period of what they call the laundry, where after they see the ecstasy of meditation, they go to periods of like kind of down, that they cannot maintain that kind of ecstasy state of meditation.
No, because once you know how to get into jhana, you can always go back to jhana anytime you like. Only by accident you get into jhana, and then the next time you might not be able to get back in. Because sometimes it might be like your good luck. Suddenly everything falls apart and falls into place, and you get into jhana without knowing how or why. But if you learn the way of how to get into jhana by mindfulness practice, then you can always use mindfulness practice to bring you back into jhana anytime you like. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Ajahn. Good to see you healthy and teaching
Yes.
continuously. I'd like to thank you for that. My question is concerning taking care of our parents. So you touched on the topic a few times. I'd like to know what is the, I don't know if it's the right word, the breaking point to when there's some friction between our desire for their well-being and their resistance to change, maybe.
Well, you have to understand your duty. You're there to serve them, not to tell them what to do. So you wait for them to tell you what they want you to do for them. Don't tell them what you want to do for them. You're supposed to serve them, make them happy. So if they don't want to take medicine, don't force them to take medicine. If they don't want to do exercise, don't force them to do exercise. If they don't want to eat a particular type of food, don't force them to eat them. Even though it might be good for them, but it's against their nature. They might not be used to doing things like this. So just let them tell you what they want, and then you serve them what they want, as long as they don't break the precepts.
I understand. Thank you. Concerning when their condition worsens in terms of memory and in terms of, for example, balance and safety, those types of concerns become alarming when someone might slip and hit their head, or many situations like that, or just daily maybe conversation about scheduling or appointments, that sort of thing. When there's a bit more of a concern about their health,
you have to find the time when they're ready to listen to you. If they're not ready to discuss, then you cannot do anything.
It's continuous, also patience, of course, from our side.
You should have a good relationship regardless of whatever you want them to do. You have to make sure that they're happy with what you want them to do. If they're not happy, then you have to stop.
That's right. Okay. It's a fine line, it seems.
The word is happiness. You're there to make them happy, not to make them
angry or
sad or
that's right.
disappointed.
That's right.
So be patient and listen to them more than trying to tell them what to do. Okay.
Okay. Work in progress. Thank you so much.
Good. You're welcome. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Sukihoto Ajahn. We are come from Indonesia, Medan, and we have 2 questions to ask from our devotees here. The first question is, if someone pass away, Ajahn, what is the proper way to bury them according to Buddhism? If the ash of the dead is spreading to the sea, is it a good way?
Well, when a person dies, you can dispose the body any way you like. It doesn't have any result, because it's just like something that you throw away. So you can just do it in a way that is acceptable to the people, the normal practice, like cremate, or then after you cremate, then you can put the ashes into the water, into the stream, or into the sea. It has no effect on the person who died or on you. What affects the person who died is their good or bad karma, and we cannot do anything for them. It's up to their good or bad karma to decide what to do with the spirit when they die. Okay?
Okay, Ajahn. The second question is, when we learn Dhamma, we understand the suffering. But while we're facing the suffering, sometimes it's not easy for us to overcome the situations. When the suffering comes, sometimes we feel the fear, grief, and sadness, and not good emotions. May Ajahn suggest us how to overcome and stay in the Dhamma practice while the suffering is in front of us and always haunting us.
You have to learn to meditate, to make your mind still, make your mind calm. Once you know how to make your mind still or calm, when you're faced with suffering, you can just be still and be calm and not be affected by the suffering. But if you haven't yet practiced meditation, you will react with suffering. When you face something terrible, you will suffer because you don't know how to deal with them. The proper way to deal with them is to leave them alone. to accept them by being still, by being calm. So you need to do a lot of meditation practices. Okay?
Okay, Ajahn. Thank you. Thank you, Ajahn, for the answer, and allow us to do the namaskara for Ajahn.
Okay, I hope you can meditate, because once you can meditate, you can go through a lot of terrible things without any suffering. Okay. Right.
Concerning the practice, is it recommended to contemplate the khandhas in motion as we, in our daily life, for example, similar to the order of dependent origination or individually?
The Buddha said, if you want to contemplate, just contemplate on the nature of your body. You see, having been born, we are subjected to aging, sickness, and death, subjected to separation from the ones we love. Just repeat this contemplation until you can accept them.
First.
Yeah, first. Okay. Before you go to other things, try to be able to accept aging, sickness, and death.
And remain calm within that.
Right.
Okay.
But normally, contemplation alone will not be enough for you to be able to accept them. You need to meditate also, because you need a strong or calm mind in order to be able to accept the truth. If your mind is not strong or calm, your defilement is taking over your mind. And your defilement doesn't want to get old, get sick, or die. So there will be a conflict. You'll feel terrible when you think about aging, sickness, and death. But if your mind is calm and peaceful, then there will be no conflict. There will be no resistance to the truth.
Thinking about it is one thing. When I think it happens in real, will be totally different.
That's right. But you can overcome them by do more meditation, alternating with contemplation. When you're not meditating, try to think about aging, sickness, and try to convince yourself that it's going to happen to you, and that you're going to have to accept
Deal with it.
Yeah, accept it. And the way to accept it is to be calm from meditation. So you have to do both, not just merely contemplation. You also have to meditate to get your mind to be calm and strong. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Ajahn Krab, I want to ask you about this right speech. I've read your books. I find it's very good. But sometimes when I want to give some of my friends, I can see the problems in life. There's a lot of sufferings and things. But there is this issue of unsolicited advice, Ajahn. So sometimes when I give advice, it may be taken as a wrong intention. I don't have any ego, Ajahn. I mean, but it's out of a good intention. I would like to help the others. I also know about right speech. Right speech where you are supposed to give a beneficial advice at the right time, and it must be done out of compassion, out of goodwill. And there must be fact and truth. So all this I more or less understand a little bit. But still, Ajahn, if I can have your advice, how do I differentiate, or do I do something wrong if I give unsolicited advice? I'm not a monk, I know. I have not a degree of a PhD degree or whatever, a big knowledge in Dhamma, but a little bit of Dhamma. It could be like maybe I'm in primary 3, but I'm giving some advice. I wouldn't say a dispensation, but just advice to a primary 1 or something like that. Do you think, Ajahn, how should I go about doing this? Am I in the wrong? Or?
No, I think you have to wait to see whether the person wants your advice or not. So the best way is wait for them to ask for it. If they don't ask, then just don't say anything.
Don't say anything. But Ajahn, that also...
It can be counterproductive.
counterproductive. No, but the Ajahn, we also know that the time actually we do not know our time. It could be on his side, it could be on my side. Time, our life is very short, that we can just be gone. So the chances of that, I also don't want to lose the chance, whether he go or I go, that I see something that I could be of some help, I would like to help. But I do know is sometimes it can be a reflective, unproductive. So your advice is still, if they don't ask for it, I should not.
Don't say anything.
Thank you, Ajahn. Second thing also, second question, can I ask the second question? About this right understanding and right livelihood or right effort, a little bit, a mixture. I'm actually retired. I would like to have a time to practice as much as possible, but sometimes I'm not ready to go forth. But I have some saving, so I would like to practice and take my time, so-called. Sometimes I do enjoy certain things, but I do not have any attachment. Is it wrong that sometimes I go for maybe good food or some travel, that kind of things? Yeah.
It's not wrong in the sense that you're not breaking any precepts, but it's a hindrance to your advancement toward enlightenment. If you want to become enlightened, you have to give up your attachment to food and just eat just for the sake of keeping your body alive, not for enjoyment. So if you still enjoy food, then you'll find it difficult to meditate after you finish a meal, because you become drowsy, sleepy.
If let's say do for example, if you do not if you say because of a party, you or friends or whatever situation, you are to eat in dinner time or after 12. Is it also a kind of attachment when you say that you only eat specific thing, vegetarian or whatever, or beyond a certain 12? I know there's a rules of the 8 precept. I understand that, but is it also a kind of attachment that when you look into this?
It is good attachment.
It is good attachment.
Yes, it's a good form of attachment, because it will assist you on the path toward enlightenment. So it's good to be attached to keeping the precept, for instance. It's not wrong. It's good. But it's bad to be attached to people or things or sensual pleasures, because they will keep you going round the round of rebirth and never reach enlightenment. So you have to look at the goal, which one is leading you toward the goal, which one is not leading you toward the goal. If it's leading you away from the goal, then it's bad. If it's leading you closer to the goal, it's good. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
So eventually you have to choose the path, whether you're going to continue on with your worldly affairs, activities, or you will go for a monastic life. So you can do it temporarily at first. Go and live in a monastery for a week or two, and then come back home, and then go back again, back and forth, until you become more energetic, more inspired to go toward the path of enlightenment. Then you'll start to have you'll spend more time at the monastery and less time at home. And then eventually you just stay in the monastery forever. Okay.
I have one question. When I meditate, sometimes I see like a blue color, like this.
Yes.
So I would like to know why.
It's not important to know why. It's important how to deal with it. And the way to deal with it is to ignore it. When you meditate, you want to focus your mind on your meditation object only. such as your breath. If you use your breath to meditate with, you should stay with your breath. If anything comes up, just ignore, because they can distract your focus. They can distract your attention, and you will not get the result you want, which is peace of mind. Therefore, don't worry about what happens, what appears. We call them natural phenomena. They come and go. We cannot control them, but we can leave them alone. They cannot do anything to us, so don't worry about them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Sometimes I feel like some insects also working.
That's also the same thing. Just
same
ignore.
thing.
Yeah. Usually, sometimes your mind creates this feeling. It's not real. So it wants to distract your attention from your meditation. That's all. So ignore everything that comes up when you meditate. Stay with your meditation object only. If you're watching your breath, just keep watching your breath and nothing else. Then your mind will become calm, peaceful, and happy. Okay?
Okay. ขอบคุณครับ
Merci beaucoup.
So I would like to know how to manage the pain, like when we have like
Same
leg
thing, you
pain.
ignore it, right? You ignore the color, ignore the whatever comes up. Just focus on your breathing. Ignore everything. After a while, the pain will not bother you if you ignore it long enough. Okay?
Okay.
Just stay with your breath. Keep watching your breath. Okay, วันนี้
Okay,
ฝนตก
understood.
พอดี Alright?
ขอบคุณครับ
You're welcome.
Hi, Lampor. I guess my big question is that I've been in Thailand now for a few weeks, and I've learned so much just in those few weeks, even though I've been practicing Dhamma in America for like 3 or 4 years now. I feel like we've missed out on some stuff. That's kind of how I feel. And I was just curious if you have any sense of sort of what American or Western Buddhism has left behind, maybe some things that we should be more careful to preserve as we transition Buddhism into a new culture.
Well, it's like things like this takes time to develop. So just follow whatever that you have learned and try to transplant it back to the state. There are so many facets of Buddhism, and I think the West is only interested in the meditation part and not about the rituals and about the charity and things like that. So it takes time to slowly grow, So don't worry about it. Just meditation is the best part of Buddhism, but it's the hardest part also. For lots of people, they might not be able to meditate yet. So they rely on the practice of charity and keeping the precepts and listening to Dhamma talks first before they can move up to keeping the 8 precepts or more and do the meditation practices. So you just make it natural. Whatever you think is good for you, you do that first. There's no fixed formula. Okay. Is that all? Okay. เชิญส่งมา
So I wanted to ask 2 questions. My first question is, how does a nirvana or nibbana feels like? And my second question is, if you was to like have many talking stages, like you talk to many girls, is it, but like they're not your girlfriend, is it considered like ผิดศีล 3? Yes.
Not yet. You have to have sexual intercourse first before you can break the precept. But to prevent that to happen, try not to be engaging with any woman outside of your partner only, because even though when you start you don't have sexual intercourse, but eventually you can gradually develop into that. So it's best to try to avoid having any close relationship with other women. You can have casual, relationship, but not intimate relationship with other women, except your partner.
Okay.
As far as Buddhism is concerned, it's a combination of all types of all the happiness, all put in one place, and it's also contentment. Once you have this type of happiness, you don't want to have anything else. You have to experience this. This is something that cannot be told in words. But it's the best form of happiness. The Buddha said, Nibbanang paramang sukhang. Nibbana is the supreme happiness. You just have to meditate and get rid of all your defilements. Then you will come to experience this type of happiness. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
All right. Okay, we have another gentleman.
Okay, my question is, I've been meditating for about 2 years now. And I've gone through bouts of, it makes me free in my mind. It really frees it. But at the same time, I feel so free that I can still go out and do things to hurt myself. Like, for example, I feel so good and free after meditation. If I have high blood pressure, I'll go out to all you can eat and eat all these bad foods, all because my mind is free, but it's still bad for my body. So having experienced this type of mental freedom, sometimes I'm afraid to meditate because I know it's going to make me free, and I might go out and do something that's still to harm myself.
So what you need to do, once you have achieved good meditation result, you have to use wisdom to teach you what is good or what is bad for you also. You should not do according to your will, your desire. Because what you do with your cravings can hurt your body and also can hurt your mind later on. Because you'll find it hard to come back to meditation also. So you need to have wisdom to maintain or to protect your mind from doing things that is not proper or good for you, for the mind itself and for the body. About the Buddha said that meditators should eat just enough, just have moderation in eating. Eat to live, not live to eat.
Also, one second question. What is the first thing I should do after meditation?
Well, mindfulness is always the thing that you have to do all the time, before, during, and after meditation, to maintain your mind to be calm and peaceful. You need to continue with your meditation, with your mindfulness practice. Like if you have to be constantly mindful of what you do with your body. Watch your body. We call mindfulness of body. So that to prevent your mind from thinking about eating or having some other pleasures. So you want to maintain mindfulness to prevent your mind from thinking, to prevent it from thinking about having things that can be harmful to you. So that when you meditate the next round, you can then become peaceful and calm easily. Okay? So try to maintain constant mindfulness all the time, before, during, and after meditation.
Good afternoon, Ajahn. This is the question for myself, but I think most of my friends would like to ask you too. How can we know that's how can I know that I improve my practice a period of time or every day on my practice? Thank you, Ajahn.
You can control your emotion better. You can reduce your greed, your hate, your anger. You can reduce your desire or your cravings, and you can reduce your suffering. You're happier than before. Anything else?
Thank you, Ajahn.
Dear Chan, when I meditate, I feel very sleepy. So please give me some advice.
Well, if you meditate after you eat, you'll feel sleepy. But if you meditate before you eat, you won't feel sleepy. When you're hungry, you won't feel sleepy.
Yes, thank you.
So in order for you to be hungry, you have to eat less.
Yes.
Like eat 1 meal a day, for instance.
Yes,
Then
thank
you
you.
won't be sleepy.
Yes, thank you so much.
Forest monk eat one meal a day. Ajahn man eat 1 meal a day. Long Ta Mahabua eat 1 meal a day. So they don't get sleepy. I eat 1 meal a day also.
Yes, I wish to continue the question he got. When he too full, very hard to meditation, he falls to sleep. But when you're hungry, the mind make you very hard to meditation to Ajahn.
So you have to work harder. You have to be more mindful. You have to recite Bhutto more. This will force you to be more mindful. And when you have more mindfulness, then you can meditate successfully.
Yeah, that means in the beginning, it's very hard. We need to practice to try to escape that kind of period of difficulty.
Yes, you need mindfulness. You have to learn to recite Bhutto a lot, as much as possible, before you meditate. You should do it from the time you get up. When you get up, you start mindfulness, first of all. Bhutto. As you go about doing your things, you keep reciting Bhutto. Then the mind will not be lazy, the mind will not be sleepy, and will not be hungry either. If you have mindfulness to control your mind with.
Yes, Ajahn. Can I ask you, like, the mind always to ask, like I just try to take less meal day by day, but the mind always try to win me to get more meal.
Because you don't have mindfulness, you don't have Bhutto. So as soon as you know that the mind wants you to do something, you have to stop it by Bhutto. It's simple, but you don't use it, that's all. You keep thinking, arguing with yourself. This is useless because you lose. You won't be able to argue against your defilement. You have to use Bhutto. Wipe the defilement away.
Thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu. He would like to ask Ajahn a question. Why? How do we know beginner? How do the know be knowing of knowing? Like you get.
Yeah, the mind has to be calm first. The mind has to stop thinking. Then when you stop thinking, you see the knowing.
This lady would like to ask Ajahn when her meditation at night before go to sleep, and when she go to sleep, she feel like she knowing everything very clearly. Can you tell her what that mean?
It means you have more mindfulness.
Thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Thank you for you give me a chance to ask a question. when I sitting meditation, the mosquito fly around and my mind worry, scare. It's make my mind not stable. Could you please give me the advice? That situation happened. What could I do?
There are two remedies. One, just let it bite. Okay. The other is find a place where there's no mosquito.
Just let it bite and
just
learn.
let it bite,
learn experience from it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not that painful. Taking a needle is more painful than a mosquito bite.
Yeah.
Just let it bite. That's charity, dana. Give blood.
Thank you, Ajahn. That's make me. From yesterday, the question I asked Ajahn about the mind not stable. You let me say Butto, Butto, Butto. I decided it keep the mind very peaceful. Thank you, Ajahn, for that.
Okay.
Yes. And today another situation that a
let
good
the
lesson
mosquito
for me
bite.
to learn.
You just stay with Butto, Butto and forget about the mosquito.
Yes. Thank you, Ajahn.
Yes, I only have just one question. Can you hear me?
Yes, good.
So, from your point of view, or from Buddhism point of view, what about the desire? Because desire for us is the force to move us forward, to get something to desire. But I think your point of view is different. So can you explain about the desire?
There are two types of desire, good desire and bad desire. Bad desire will lead you to suffering. Good desire will lead you to happiness. So you have to know which type of desire you should have. The desire to have money, for instance, this is bad desire. Why? Because money is not reliable. Sometimes you can have it and sometimes you can lose it. When you lose the money, then you can suffer. And you cannot control the money that you have. You cannot say that it will stay with you all the time. Because sometimes you can lose the money. You see people who went bankrupt, what happened to them? They are very sad, right? So it's not good to go after money. But you say, well, without money, how can I live? Well, just go enough for living, not for richness. Just have enough money to survive. Then you don't have to have too much money. And there are other ways of surviving without money. You can work in exchange for food. You can work in exchange for, or you can become a monk like me. Then you don't need money. Then you won't have any suffering with money. Okay?
Yes, understand.
So the good desire is to meditate and to have happiness from meditation. Because happiness from meditation is reliable. You can always have it anytime you want, once you know how to meditate. So the Buddha teaches us to have good desire, to have the desire to meditate, to become monks. These are good desire. Because they lead you to happiness. Other desire, the desire to have money, to have a wife, to have anything, something like, they are all unreliable. They can be gone any day, any time. So when they're gone, they can leave you sad and unhappy. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Anything else? You can ask if you like.